Good morning. Howdy. This is Eric with Eden Digital Marketing. Just wanted to run through this quick KOI report with you, give you an idea of what it looks like, what it can do, what it's worth for you. Now, in this specific case, we're talking about the most likely perfect audience for pottery classes in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. So let's jump into it. As far as demographics are concerned, the target audience profile is aged 30 to 55 years old or years young. The gender is predominantly female, 70 to 80%. Household income 75K to 150K Canadian. They are married or partnered. Their home value is anywhere between $400,000 and $800,000. And the housing type is most likely single family homes or townhomes. As far as psychographics are concerned, psychographics being beliefs, values, that kind of stuff. They are creative and artistic individuals. They are seeking stress relief and mindfulness activities. They are interested in handmade artisanal products. They value experiences over material possessions, and they are environmentally conscious. Why is that important? Well, if we know these things about our perfect audience, this can affect our language, the way we communicate with them, the details or the features that we focus on. If we align them with this, well, chances are that we're going to connect with them better. Let's talk about their behaviors. They're active on social media, particularly on Instagram and Pinterest. They are frequent visitors to local art galleries and craft fairs. They enjoy DIY projects and home decor, and they are likely to participate in community events and workshops. Why is that important? Well, we know that we are going to want to either create content or display our ads on social media, particularly in this case Instagram and Pinterest. We know that they like to go to local art galleries and craft fairs. Might be an opportunity there for a joint venture, a strategic partnership. Might be an opportunity to advertise yourself, whether physical kiosk or in an online manner, but this is where you would want to expose yourself and your brand name, because we know that your perfect audience will be there. They enjoy DIY projects and home decor. Now, in this case, we're selling pottery classes, but we can also lead with the fact that, hey, once you're done with your jar, your vase, or whatever it is, you get to take it home. It's yours. It's a DIY project, and it's custom home decor that you've created for yourself. So that might be a nice touch for them. And then finally, they like to participate in community events and workshops. Maybe you can create a workshop. If you have a pottery class where you're teaching people how to do the pottery, maybe you can set up a workshop. Maybe you can set up a community event as part of philanthropy, as part of marketing, all rolled into one. Let's talk about marketing strategies and their preferred communication channels. As we said, primarily Instagram, Facebook, email marketing, and then local community boards and events. So why is that important? Obviously, we know we need to be on Instagram. We know that they are also on Facebook and email marketing. As far as content preferences, here's what they really like most, your perfect audience that is. Video tutorials of pottery techniques, before and after project photos, student testimonials and success stories, and behind the scenes glimpses of the pottery studio itself. So we talked about their preferred platform or communication channel is Instagram, it is Pinterest, but what do they want to see on those channels? Well, they like video tutorials of pottery techniques, so maybe part of your content strategy can be creating videos of pottery techniques. This guy's crazy. Stop. Silence. Okay, sorry about that. Other types of content they like to see before and after project photos. So maybe as your students are going through the classes and they're creating their own, they're making their own creations, very important to document. Take pictures, before and after photos. They'll make a great post on Instagram. They'll make a great post on Pinterest. Student testimonials and success stories, whether they're video based or whether they're written based, you can do this as you're going along. It doesn't mean you have to wait for them to go through, let's say, a 6-week program and then, get their testimonials. It can literally be, you're holding your phone up and you're recording as they're doing the stuff, and you simply ask them, like, what do you think? Like, how does it feel? Like, what did you anticipate? What did you expect? And how do you feel compared to that, right? These are all kind of testimonials, and they're all kind of case studies, all rolled into one. Behind the scenes glimpses of the Pottery studio, again, as stuff is happening, or as you're preparing to welcome the class. It's as simple as just hitting record on your phone and just kind of talking your way through it. This is, what I'm getting prepared. We have this many students coming, so this is the materials we're going to use. These are our ovens. We're going to turn them on now so that they're preheated, so that blah, 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 right? That kind of stuff is great content, specifically for this perfect audience. One of the preferred methods of communication was also email content. So if we're going to send them email content, what kind of content do they prefer? Well, in this case, class schedules and registration information. They also like exclusive discounts for early signups. They like showcases of student work, and they like tips and tricks for pottery beginners. So maybe less of a video kind of content, but if they are to receive emails, they want to be on top of the schedules and, the registration form, so that once they're ready, they can quickly go back to their email and, see the schedule, or pick the schedule that fits them best, or they can, they can organize their lives around that schedule maybe. Obviously, who doesn't like a discount? So you could entice them with discounts, sign up early and save another 15%, something like that. Showcase of student work. It's a double whammy there. Those pictures, those before and after pictures that you used on your Instagram or in your Pinterest, you can also use here as an email. Let's talk about their purchasing patterns. They're more likely to commit to a series of classes rather than one-off sessions. Why is that important to know? Instead of selling a class for $25 or $40 or whatever it is, we know that they are more likely to commit to a series of classes. So let's build a 5-week program or an 8-week program or something like that. They are more likely to commit to that. They are interested in purchasing pottery tools and materials. Ancillary upsells, they can come for the class, and you can sell them stuff that they can use to make it at home themselves, should they choose. They could buy their own, apron, their own, carving tools or whatever it is. I don't know about pottery that much, but they are interested in purchasing pottery tools and materials. And then also a great purchasing pattern is that they may be open to higher priced intensive workshops or retreats. This might be something that further on down the line, you can offer to your top 5 customer base, those who maybe are more hardcore fans. Maybe they want more. Of course, they're willing to pay premium. I feel like of every audience, of every customer list that you have, there's always a small percentage of them who just want the bee's knees, the top of the top. So at this point, maybe you can create some sort of a special long weekend retreat where it does cost a lot more, but you can basically, find a location and rent it out for a long weekend or something like that, and you can bring the pottery classes out there. Maybe it's in nature, maybe it's overlooking a lake, and maybe it's for your high ticket, like higher achieving, for those customers, the top 5% that really want like something special, right? That's an idea right here. Their motivations and values, they have a desire for creative self-expression. They are seeking a sense of community and connection. They're interested in learning a new skill, and they have an appreciation for handmade, unique items. Again, why is this important? It's all in the way that you present your offer. It's all in the way of the language that you'll use to connect with these people. If you know that they are seeking a sense of community and connection, then whenever you are posting content, whenever you are doing a sales pitch, whenever you are talking to them, you want to bring up that point that you're not just coming here to learn how to do something, but you are going to be among your peers of people who are all interested in kind of, empowering their lives, making their lives better all together. So there is a sense of community there. They will be learning a new skill, obviously, and creative self-expression is just another point that you can harp on to really connect with them. Now, their fears and challenges, I've included that in here because I am of the opinion that if you can explain someone's problem to them better than they can to themselves, they're going to assume that you have the solution. They're more likely to trust you and to like you, right? If I said, I have a fear of spiders and I don't know why, and then someone came along and said, you know, I noticed that it's because of the 8 legs, and they're the only animals in the world that have 8 legs, and so it's foreign to us, and I think that's why I'm afraid of spiders. And then I go, oh, that makes sense. Like, you've explained my problem to me better than I thought, so I'm gonna assume that you're an expert and that you know about spiders, and that if you have a, you know, keep away spray of spiders, like, I'm gonna buy that from you because you explained it better. I hope that made sense. So in this particular instance, as far as pottery classes in Ottawa goes, some of the fears and the challenges of your perfect audience are the concern about the lack of artistic ability. Maybe they don't feel like an artist. They feel, you know, they get some of that imposter syndrome. So maybe you can touch about that. You know, this is super beginner friendly. Most of our people didn't know how to do this, and they picked it up within the first 2 classes or 2 weeks. And so, you know, you're addressing that concern. Time constraints due to work and family commitments. Again, you know, it's how you schedule your classes or at what times, so that you can alleviate that time constraint. And hesitation about the messiness of working with clay. Maybe this is a selling point, you know. We have full, you know, ponchos to make sure that you don't get dirty at all. Like, that's something that you can bring up during the conversation or the sales pitch. A couple of examples of effective marketing approaches: offer introductory classes, promote the pottery classes as stress relief. That was the basic, that was the perfect audience portion of it. And then below here we have the more about the marketing, the industry itself, and where the opportunities lie. So we see here the market size and growth. We kind of retouch on the demos and psychos. So 82% of participants report seeing stress relief and mindfulness, report seeking stress relief and mindfulness activities. So 82% of these pottery class attendees, 82% of them said that when they were considering it, they were looking for a stress relief and a mindfulness activity, right? The market demands stress relief. 89% of participants cite a stress reduction as a primary motivation, artisanal appeal, and experience economy. 64% of millennials and Gen Z in Ottawa value experiences over material possession. Here we have sales figures and numbers. So the average order value for a pottery class is about $275 Canadian. The lifetime value is about $1,200 over 3 years, so $400 a year. So you know how to price your 5 class packages or your 8 class packages. You know that you could charge $275 for them. Conversion rates here, 4.2%. The churn rate is about 22% annually. So if you can fix that churn rate, you know that you're going to improve revenue and profits, right? Social media opportunities. Here it is. The content strategy. Video tutorials receive 3.5 times more engagement. Why is that important? We talked about Instagram. We talked about Pinterest. So instead of just creating pictures and text, maybe videos, we know that video tutorials, they receive 3.5 times more engagement. So maybe is that the competitive landscape? There's only 12 established studios, making it a great market to enter in Ottawa. Some of the growth projections, and then the summary. Obviously I include all the citations and all the sources. So if you got a lot of value out of this one, whether you're pottery lessons or not, I can do this for your industry, no matter what it is, product or service, nonprofit organization. I can have one of these created for you. They are valued at $125 for the foreseeable future. I'm doing some pro bono work. So if you'd like one of these drawn up for you, just contact me in the comments. Thanks for your attention. Cheers.